Good evening everybody and welcome back to the channel. We're doing a little bit of a different video today where I want to show my save file for Pokemon Ultra Moon. And the reason I want to do that is because I have a level 82 Rowlet in the save file. And why I have that, I'll get into that in a little bit. But let's go sequentially. This is my save file here and I see I named myself Pizza Time. Now, I am actually curious to know if anybody knows where this is coming from. It's a very popular movie, and it's a phrase that the main character of that movie says, pizza time. It's not that hard, but I leave that as a question for you guys. Anyways, let's open up the save file. If you are curious about what my thoughts are on Ultra Moon, I actually feel like Ultra Moon is one of the best Pokemon games that Pokemon has made. It just felt like they really understood what the 3DS was all about by now. They really pushed the envelope on what they could do. You know, the Z moves, even though I felt like it was a little bit of a downgrade from Mega Evolution, the Z moves animation was ridiculous. Like it was so good. And we also had the pulverizing pancake from Snorlax as well. And then of course the Z move for Necrozma was also insane. So a lot of the things they felt like was great. The UI was great. Kind of makes me wish that they had made one more game on the 3DS, which they didn't. But anyways, let me show my team. I'm trying to see where I should go. There we go. So here you see my Rowlet, a level 82 Rowlet. And the reason I kept this guy as a Rowlet is mainly because this guy is just way too adorable to evolve. Just look at him. Look. If you look at that face, how can you say I want to evolve this guy? Like, I just could not. And at the same time, I was also watching the Pokemon anime. And in that show, Ash had a Rowlet, which was also doing very funny things. Some meme faces. I'll put pictures of that in here. Those two things together just forced me to not evolve this guy. I know the next two evolutions for this guy are cool. They're definitely cool, but they're not cute. They're not adorable. And for me, I just could not accept the fact that I have to evolve this Rowlet. If you notice, he has 141 attack. So I was going more for the attack stat. So I taught him all physicals. Steel Wing, Leaf Blade, Sucker Punch, Brave Bird, and then I also gave him an Eviolite because he couldn't evolve. So that way he could have his defense and special defense increased. You would be surprised by how much beating this guy can take. He's a small, tough little cookie in the sense that even if he gets hit with a fire type move, he has a pretty good chance of tanking it. He won't just get one-shotted. One of my wishes was always to see some sort of an animation of a Rowlet doing a Brave Bird. Just this little guy, you know, just headbutting a Pokemon at 100 miles per hour. Just feels so funny to me. I would love to see an animation of that, but we don't have any, unfortunately. Now, it's been a long time, so I actually would like to go and meet this Rowlet, because I used to spend a lot of time with this guy in the Pokemon Refresh. So, alright. Hello, Rowlet. Wait, is it sad because I didn't come for so long? No! Was he sad because I haven't played this game for a really long time? Oh, okay, we gotta make amends as quickly as we can. I still remember his favorite tickling spot. Look at him, what is he doing? Anyways, I know which spot he prefers getting scritches the most. It is this spot right here. Alright, it's this spot right here. Yeah, there you go, belly rub. Come on. There we go. Looks like he's a little bit happier. Let me give him a Puffin. Do you like a Puffin? There we go. Looks like he's a lot happier now. Just one more scratch. One more. There we go. He doesn't mind this one as well. I know if you scratch him on the beak, he gets a little bit upset. But I used to spend so much time with this guy. I have some images with him as well. And it actually made me feel a little bit sad when I opened the game and he was just kind of sad looking around. I'm so sorry. Okay, one final one. There we go, Billy Rub, one more time. There we go. Okay, Rowlet, I'll be back after the video ends to spend some more time with you. Okay, so that was Rowlet. As you can tell, because I had a really good bond with this Pokemon, he would occasionally, like more often than not, survive on 1 HP if it gets hit with a super effective move or crit to make me happy and stuff like that, which it did. The rest of my team was actually, it's a bit of an oddball, and what I mean by that is I have this Infernape that I got as a Chimchar from Pokemon Platinum, and then I transferred it over to Omega Ruby, and then I transferred it over to Ultra Moon. If I go into a summary, you'll notice that he has more special attack than he has attack, but then I taught him all the physical physical moves, because back then I didn't really care much, to be quite honest with you. Because if the special attack is more, what you can do with Infernape is you can teach it Flamethrower, you can teach it Grass Knot, you can teach it Vacuum Punch. Vacuum Punch is actually the harder one to have on an Infernape. And then you can still keep close combat. But you try to go more for special attack if that's the case. Like, I think maybe Flamethrower and a Fire Blast would make more sense. But anyways, this was Infernape. Necrozma, of course, is swapped in for someone else. There's also Golisopod, which I got mainly because of the fact that it was in the Pokemon anime. Guzma had one. And the emergency exit ability on this guy is so funny. That's the main reason I got this guy. There's this scene in the Pokemon anime where the Golisopod is about to get hit by a Fire Blast, and it just swaps out and sends out a Pokemon that is weak to Grass type. I don't know if you know which scene I'm referring to, but the Pokemon anime was my main motivation to catch a Golisopod. We had type Null. I'll be honest, I didn't do much with this guy at all. He was just kinda in the team till the end. And then I have a Frobel, which is a Froakie that I got from the Kalos region. I transferred it over to this game. Yeah, it says it reached me from Kalos. And this one has pretty good stats, so insane speed, insane attack stat. And then it seems like I do the same thing on this one where I teach him special moves, even though his attack is more, so the opposite happens here. But anyways, this is kind of my team. I'll go open my box very soon, so we'll figure out which Pokemon I took out for the Necrozma. But one thing I really liked about this game was actually the abilities, so the super abilities that these Pokemon, all of them had. And Necrozma, he had an ability, a move which is pretty much destruction of the whole universe. And the animation on that is absolutely insane. Let me showcase just how cool some of these animations used to be. Let me put this guy up front. This one will be more basic, but this one will be a more basic animation, but still it shows a great contrast on how much they improved with the 3DS graphics by the end. You'll immediately notice, just based on how the battling works, the UI is wonderful. Even at the bottom, the UI is absolutely excellent. Now let's use Z-Power, and then let's use Inferno Overdrive. Just look at the animation on this. And I'm sorry for the level 6 Pokemon that has to actually endure this move. See, look at this, it's so cool. And then look at the animation on this thing. Alright. It almost looks like the explosion from, imagine Vegeta when he sacrifices himself in the Boo Saga. That's the kind of explosion you see here. It's insane how much Pokemon improved with the animations on the 3DS by the end of its life cycle. And that's why I have a really soft spot for this. I still prefer Mega Evolution, but the Z moves were just absolutely insane. And the fact that you could ride like different Pokemon. So like right now I'm riding a horse. It's literally crazy to think of. Now I'm gonna go and see if I can get to a Pokemon Center. Okay, so after a lot of searching, I did manage to find a Pokemon Center. Now we just gotta find a PC. I think this is the PC right here. It's been so long I can't even remember. Anyways, let me try and see what I had in my box. So my box is pretty empty, as you can see. I have a Pheromosa. Not bad. I never could quite understand the beast Pokemon, if I'm being very honest. This one, the other ones, it just didn't make a lot of sense to me. Although I really enjoyed the idea of what they were doing with beast Pokemon. Like, this game is very fun to me also because of the whole Rainbow Rocket thing. After you beat the game, Rainbow Rocket is like all the major villains from all the Pokemon games in a world where they succeed in their plans. You get to battle them one by one. I'm gonna tell you, if you listen to the music for Cyrus, for the Rainbow Rocket Cyrus, you're always gonna feel like you can never go back to the original one, because that one is bopping. That music for Cyrus in this game is absolutely bopping. And then you can also battle red or blue. It's up to you which one you want to battle in this game as well. The post game in this is insane. And then there's this whole Hoopa thing where there's like wormholes that are opening up and you go to different worlds. Even though it wasn't like very open worldish when you go to the other worlds, at least the fact that you can go there was insane. So that also is another reason why I really put this game high up on my list. I think I had a Metagross in my team, now that I remember. I'm pretty sure it was a Metagross. Let me just make sure. So as you can see, unlike a lot of different people that play this game, I'm pretty much to the point in Pokemon. I only catch the Pokemon that I know I'm going to be using. So in this case, I had a Metagross that I was using, as you can tell. Let me go back to the Metagross. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm positive this is what I was using. I don't remember if this guy was actually transferred over from Pokemon Omega Ruby as well, but we can check. No, it's actually Mount Hokulani, level 30. That's when I met him. So, and I met him at, oh wow, okay, so this is not a save file from 2021. It's actually from 2019. That's crazy. 2019. Time really does fly. Anyways, this guy, he had more attack than special attack, and finally we got it right. So Meteor Mash, Hammer Arm, Zen Headbutt. I don't know why I taught him Hyper Beam, of course. I think if you grew up watching Generation 1, you always have this bias for Hyper Beam, even when it doesn't make sense for your Pokemon to know it. And that is certainly true for me. But anyways, that was what my team was on in this game overall. This game, I mean, let me show you one more thing in this game as well that is so cool. And I know I was supposed to show my save file, but I'm kind of going all over the place. You can select what kind of a ride you want to go on. So I had Mudsdale selected. I can also ride the Taurus, and Taurus goes super fast, like insanely fast. Insanely fast. So this is Taurus right here. And then you can select Stoutland, and I think Stoutland's ability is that he can search for items on the ground. Each Pokemon had its own quirk, so you can do Machamp. I'm forgetting what this guy could do. I think he could push rocks or something, but he had his own purpose. There was also Sharpedo for water, Lapras Paddle. I don't know. I think in the water you can do it. Then you had the Charizard Glide. Charizard Glide is absolutely crazy. As you can see, you can just kind of fly to different places. Now I want to see where is the Pokemon League. So this is not the island, and yeah, there were islands in here too, so you could go to different islands. I don't know if I have to press it or what do I have to do. Okay, so I ran into a little bit of a technical difficulty, but what I was saying was you can also glide as well, which is pretty much flying. You can fly anywhere you want. You can go to Big Wave Beach or anywhere, or if you can press this, you can go to the other places as well. So I believe this is the Pokemon League. No, this is not the Pokemon League. I really thought this was the Pokemon League, but anyways, you can glide to anywhere that you want with this. And this was around the time they were getting rid of their reliance on the, their reliance on HMs. Overall, I really wish they would have made one more game on the 3DS that was very much a homage to the advancements they were able to make on the 3DS graphics. I mean, just look at this city right here, this town right here. The rain, the thunder, the mist that's coming down. Can you believe that Pokemon was doing this on the 3DS? When Sword and Shield came out, I almost felt like it was a little bit of a downgrade from Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Like, okay, like graphically speaking, I mean, definitely Sword and Shield is better. But overall, gameplay experience, I felt like I had more fun playing this. And that's why I feel like they should have made one more game, just one more for this. But it's alright. I mean, ultimately, this game by itself is pretty good too, and I think if they had made one more game on the 3DS for Pokemon, it would have been very similar to this, so I can understand. It seems like it's a tradition with Pokemon. They always say goodbye to a console by putting out a complete banger. The DS, they finished that one off by putting out Pokemon Black 2, White 2, which had amazing UI, amazing animated Pokemon sprites, amazing story. They said goodbye to 3DS by this game, absolute banger. And then they have Legends Zygarde coming out, and I'm looking forward to Legends Zygarde because that one, if Legends Arceus was great, I'm very sure Legends Zygarde will be very good as well. So I'm really looking forward to that one. And if that one is gonna be the final Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch, then you can definitely expect it to be a banger based on the trend on how things go. But that's kind of my save file on Pokemon. Before we leave, I think we can all collectively agree that Rowlet deserves one more chance to be petted. Wait, who's this guy? Okay, well, I don't discriminate, so I'll give him a pet as well. There you go. Okay, let's switch Pokemon. Let's bring out Rowlet. As you can see, the affection is maxed out. His enjoyment is at level 4. I don't want to bother this guy. Alright, let's zoom in here. I'm sorry, I just really like Rowlet. I'm sorry for waking you up. Okay, there you go. Let's feed him a Puffin and then let's be on our way. There you go. I can do this all day. This is like therapy for me. There you go. Okay, Rowlet, I hope you had fun. Wait, it can see the stylus? No, it can't. Okay, never mind. Okay, so Rowlet, I hope you had fun. I hope anybody that's watching this, I hope you also enjoyed this bit of a babbling session. I was supposed to show my save file, but turns out I just kind of talked about Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon a lot more. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like it. And if you are not subscribed already, please make sure to do so. And then, yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Good night.